Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Carol. Very nice to see you. Today I want to talk about products that I love but I just fail to talk about. These are products that I use regularly but I fail to mention on YouTube, or I fail to give them the attention that they deserve, or talk about them as products that I love, that are my favorites, because they're kind of my favorite every month. I just use them all the time. I have 5 products in front of me. Now this video is inspired by the wonderful, the magnificent, the incomparable Ted from the Buffalo Beauty Boy. Ted he's the best. He is just the best. I'll have his channel and the video linked in the description box down below. Definitely go subscribe to him, follow him. He is wonderful. And his hair is everything I wish my hair was, but isn't. Alright, now without any further ado, let's get started with talking about the products. I think I'm going to talk about the one that I've used up the most times, and this being my 4th. This is my 4th Ilmaquillage Mineral Baked Highlighter in the shade Halo. Listen, this isn't your typical highlighter. This is a unique highlighter, and I'll tell you why. This highlighter is exactly a whisper of highlight on the skin. This is the highlighter that I use to highlight the center of my forehead, my chin, and the bridge of my nose. I didn't use it today because you'll see the video that I have used a few things that I don't use very often, and some things that I used for the first time on my channel. So this is the highlighter that I use to give my face dimension without it screaming, ah, she's wearing a highlighter on her face. This is the perfect no highlight situation. It's dimensional. It gives your face dimension, but it almost looks like it's coming from within, and it almost looks like this is the structure of your face. This is how your face is naturally. I adore this. This is the swatch, and as you can see, it really isn't that luminous. There is absolutely no shimmer particles at all in it. But let me show you what happens when I apply it on the back of my hand and blend it. So there's a little bit of remnants of shadow right here, but let's apply it on this side. You can see this soft whisper of a glow right here. It's so ideal for people who don't want the highlight that goes on here to go where it's not really supposed to go, on your T-zone. The T-zone is usually the most oily skin part of your face, the most oily area of your face. So I don't want to accentuate that, although I don't really have an oily skin at all. I have normal skin, non-reactive, none anything. It's just the way it is. But I just, this is my favorite highlighter that I have in my collection, and the only one that I use consistently. With highlighters, like cheekbone highlighters, I can use a different highlighter each day and I wouldn't even care. But when it comes to my T-zone highlight, it's consistent. It has to be the Ilmaquillage Halo Mineral Baked Highlighter. Now I understand they have a bad rap because of those ridiculous ads about the foundation that's just gonna magically match your face. But we see all of these videos about it almost never matching people's face and looking horrible throughout the day. I took my makeup course at Ilmaquillage. It was like half a year or something, and it really was informative. It really was a good makeup course. However, They gave me a load of Ilmaquillage products and I hated pretty much all of them. Almost all of them, I hated them. But this, I love. I cannot tell you how important and vital this is to my makeup collection and my makeup routine. This is a must-have for me, absolutely. More products that I've repurchased. This is what really made me realize that, Ted, you're right. He mentioned this in his video and it just like he connected the dots for me. I always like apply it and I barely talk about it, but let me tell you, the Smashbox Shadow Primer is phenomenal. It is the best. I've tried a few in my life and this is the only one that I have finished up completely. And actually I tried something else that I had lying in my collection, but I couldn't get the results that I get when I'm using this. This is the most bulletproof eyeshadow primer that I've ever tried. It makes my oily eyelids non-issue. A non-issue. I can use anything on my eyelids and I know that they're gonna stay on for the entire day until I take my makeup off, because this is there and it keeps everything attached. The last product of the bunch that I have repurchased 3 times. This was twice. This is my third. This is the Essentials Hydrating and Smoothing Primer from Jade. This is like a purple primer, kind of reminiscent of the Becca, rest in peace, purple primer. I can't remember if this is the first light or the second light or the third light. One of those lights. It's perfect for a few things. First of all, it is hydrating. It provides my skin with beautiful hydration that makes me feel like my face is comfortable throughout the day. Sometimes with foundations, by the end of the day, I feel like, especially like my jaw area is a little bit tight because it's not hydrated enough, and sometimes my foundation can sometimes suck the moisture out of my face. But this prevents that from happening. Each and every time that I've used this, I felt like my face was comfortable for the entire day, and I just really enjoyed how my foundation wore. Also, I feel like it's really smoothing without being a dimethicone silicone primer. I cannot stand silicone primers. I don't like them. But this is beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. It's a great, great product and I highly, highly recommend it. I know that Jade isn't available at stores worldwide. However, they have a website, and the website, I believe, ships internationally. And I highly recommend, highly, highly, highly recommend this. It's beautiful. Alright, next up is this. This is the cheapest foundation I've ever bought. And one of the best foundations I've ever tried. Isn't that funny how sometimes you buy things that are way, way, way expensive and they're like, And you buy things that are this affordable and you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. This is exactly what happened with this. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. This is, well, it used to be my go-to foundation. And sometimes, listen, I'm trying a foundation. This is the foundation that I have on my face right now. That's kind of incredible because it's much more lightweight and much more skin-like. This is really good coverage. When you apply this on your foundation, on your face, you almost don't feel the need to reach for concealer for minor imperfections. Sometimes I like that. I like that for special occasions. But on a day-to-day basis, especially recently, when I don't need my face to look perfected, this might sometimes be a bit too much. However, I have adored using this. Each time I use this, let's talk about why it's brilliant. This is the foundation that has creased the least on my smile lines. It doesn't emphasize my smile lines at all. And even like my frown lines right here, like when you frown, there are two lines that can sometimes, like foundations can sometimes set in. It doesn't. Nothing gathers in my lines when I'm wearing this. This is brilliant, brilliant. I don't know what magic and sorcery they have going on in this foundation, but honestly, wow, I'm so impressed. This is beyond perfect. I haven't expected it to be as good when I tried it, but I was surprised because this is better than my expectations by a mile. By a mile. It's brilliant. Finally, we have the product that it's like, I'm applying makeup. I don't know what I'm gonna apply on my eyes, but I know that this has to go. This is it. This is my favorite inner corner shadow highlight for the inner corners, basically. This is the Kiko Smart Eyeshadow in the shade 02. It's supposed to have a name, but I really don't know. I've been using this for a year and a half, I think. And the dent is real. I can see the dent in it. But look, this is so beautiful. This is really the most perfect glowy but not overly glowy or overly shimmery inner corner highlight. It's incredible. I'm gonna apply a little bit more of it on the back of my hand for you to see maybe like the undertone a little bit better. It's so perfect. I don't know why not many people talk about the Kiko powder eyeshadows. Overall, I've tried almost all of the formulas and I've really been enjoying all of them. But this color in particular is very useful for me, and I bet it's useful for so many other people who have skin tones that's similar to mine and like an inner corner highlight. I like an inner corner highlight, and I think that this is absolutely one of the best inner corner highlights that I've ever used. Pretty much. It's one of the best inner corner highlights that I've ever used. I'm actually gonna apply a little bit more because, I don't know, I feel like it. This is so pretty. But yeah, these are the 5 amazing products that have made it into the integral part of my makeup routine, that I sometimes forget that they exist as an entity, but I know that they're part of my routine. They're part of almost my makeup identity, if there is such a thing. But I just love them. I do. Thank you so much for watching, and I would love to know some of the products that you think of in a similar way that I think of these products, that you, when you look at them, you don't go like, I need that Kiko thing. You're like, I'm grabbing this. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember anything about it. I just know that I need it. And that's basically all of these products, truly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I would love to see you in the next one. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to Ted's. He is amazing. And I think I'll see you in the next one. I would love if you would give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, or even if you didn't, because it's a nice gesture. And I'll see you soon. Bye.